Hello, everybody, and today for Maul Shadowlord, we are already at episodes 7 and 8. Next week is already the last two episodes, that being Star Wars Day. So, Maul Shadowlord is getting really, really good as we are seeing Maul trying to escape the city that he's starting to start his empire on. He tries to recruit Devin as a Padawan, but of course she refuses. And basically, he tries to find ways to get her to get away from the Inquisitors until she decides to betray him because she just wanted to get the Inquisitors off her back. We get a small little lightsaber duel, and basically Devin and the chief's son basically escape, leading to Maul getting into a fight between the two Inquisitors that have arrived on the planet. That being the same one that Ahsoka fought in this Tales of the Jedi episode, and I guess the Ahsoka book, if you really want to count it, of course. So I'm guessing this takes place before Tales of the Jedi, that one episode of Ahsoka. It makes me want to rewatch it, honestly. But of course, Merrick and that Inquisitor basically track down Maul and get into a lightsaber duel with him, and the visuals just look really nice in this episode. Once Maul pulls out the lightsaber, we just get a bunch of red blades attacking each other. It just looks so badass because the fight scenes just keep getting more and more impressive as our characters are trying to escape the planet. Devin and her master finally do reunite with the main captain, Brask. I'm sorry, I keep saying his name wrong, but he wants to reunite with his son, but they get separated during the fight. That leads him to go on a quest to find his son, and he's going to turn himself in so his son could be saved, and even he gets interrogated by one of the Inquisitors. We don't even really hear his voice, the Inquisitor. It's just like, it just shows how deadly the Inquisitors could be. Maybe, I don't know if people are tired of the Inquisitors. Honestly, I'm up to see them and see their asses get kicked by Darth Maul. But surprisingly, in this episode, Maul gets beaten in this episode. During the battle, his leg is still damaged. It's still crackling with electricity. And he nearly gets killed by these two Inquisitors. And he manages to escape. He almost looks like he's going to surrender, honestly. But Maul manages to crush rubble in the way. But he falls to his death. And he literally does the Force scream that Palpatine used when he took out the main Jedi. I was wondering if they were using, like, archival audio from Revenge of the Sith just to do that one scene. Probably, maybe. We hear various other sounds that we've heard in the movies before, which I thought was nice, of course. But once Maul does escape, he basically has to survive in the sort of dungeon-looking area of the city. He's going deeper and deeper to the city as our two main Jedi do their best to regroup and try to find their way off the planet, while the Mandalorians are doing their best to attack the various stormtroopers or the TK troopers, whatever you want to call them. But eventually, the main captain does rescue his son, and they do reunite. And they decide that they must leave the planet because how deadly it keeps on getting. But he is deciding to stay, and so he can turn himself in. That's where it leaves things unconclusive. I assume they're going to wrap up his story for the next two episodes. I don't know if we're going to see him in Season 2. I'm kind of jumping to the whole what could we get for Season 2. Honestly, I'll definitely speculate for the next two episodes for sure. But, yeah, these two episodes were definitely really, really good. I forgot to also mention, probably my favorite scene for Episode 8 is where Maul is starting to have flashbacks of everything that he's went through throughout his life. He's all about revenge, and he does not want to change as a person at all. He basically sees flashes of him seeing Savage Opress. I was surprised to see Savage, because we haven't seen him since the Clone Wars, since, spoilers, he dies at the hands of Darth Sidious. And we actually see flashbacks of the Clone Wars from those episodes from Season 4 when we see Maul trapped in the pits and when he's basically a spider. Who remembers when Darth Maul was a spider? We also see when they first were taken away by the Sith, Maul was, and Savage had the watch. So it's nice to see that they definitely are brothers, since all the Night Brothers are related to each other in their own tribe on Dathomir. And we literally see Maul train with Darth Sidious, which I thought was really well done. And we see a young Obi-Wan for a brief second who jumps and cuts Maul in half in The Phantom Menace. So it was cool to see some recreations from The Phantom Menace. Honestly, I'd love to see the entire Star Wars saga in the Clone Wars animation. I think we all do. Maybe we will get it one day. Probably not. But if we did, that would be amazing. But Maul is still conflicted with himself. Eventually, he is rescued by his followers. Even the one Mandalorian lady, I think her name is Reba. She still feels loyal to Maul, which I thought was interesting, since I don't know where her character is going to be, since she's been loyal to Maul since he did take over Mandalore, which we still get references of. But surprisingly, we don't really see much of the Inquisitors in the 8th episode, as we see our fellow main characters trying to escape with Maul regrouping, and we get the reference of Crimson Dawn and Dryden Voss. So I don't know if we're going to see Dryden Voss in these 2 episodes. It'd be cool to see Paul Bettany return as that character, voicing him. Honestly, even if it wasn't him, it'd be cool to still see him, since I did like that character in Solo, since we still haven't really got much ties to what Maul's been up to that led to the events of Solo. So, these 2 episodes, definitely bangers. I feel like I'm just getting into this show, and since it did take a bit for me to follow the story a little bit, but I definitely like to rewatch these 10 episodes for sure to see how it's all formed out really well. So I'm looking forward to the last 2 episodes on Star Wars Day. It will be definitely worth it for sure. So anyway, thanks for watching, and may the Force be with you always.